after DiBenedetto brings out the caution, Benny Gordon, Eric Holmes, Cody Hodgson's up top of the chart.
Yeah, those 3 cars only made 2 pit stops. Everyone else made 3 pit stops, 1 each for each side of the tires, rights and lefts, and then fuel. Those other 3 cars had stopped earlier, so they did not have to come back in to take fuel, so they made 1 less pit stop.
We'll see how they do running up front here at Iowa Speedway. Again, Benny Gordon is scored your race leader. He's taking the inside line. Eric Holmes on the outside in the Napa number 20. Green flag back in the air. We're underway at Iowa. Again, the entire field had come onto pit road. Let's go back down to Derek Perniciglio, get an update on the 18. Derek?
And when they say races are won and lost in the pits, boy, they weren't lying. Max Gresham came in 14th. He came in and took on right side tires, went out, came back in, took on left side tires, went out, came back in and took on fuel, and the Joe Gibbs crew got him up to 7th spot when he left pit road.
And right now running in the 4th position. Battle for 2nd right in front of him.
Brett Moffitt takes over that 2nd spot from Eric Holmes. See Ryan Blaney, the 10 car on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get by the 0-2 of Ryan Gifford.
Let's go back down to Derek Perniciglio. What happened with Corey LaJoie, Derek?
Corey LaJoie came over the radio just a little bit frustrated. He was running in the top 5 throughout this whole race, but through that round of pit stops, he and about 5 other cars all suffered pit penalties for various reasons, like leaving equipment in the pit box and, of course, running over the air hose. So Corey LaJoie out there on the track trying to pick off cars one by one and make his way back up to the front.
What a frustrating situation to race so well on the racetrack and then have something go wrong when you're on pit road.
And these guys aren't used to having 40 cars on pit road at one time, too.
Brett Moffitt trying to take the lead back. Benny Gordon just in front of him. Bumper to bumper as they go down the backstretch. Here comes Moffitt to the inside.
That 00 car has been so strong. Just slides up, wasn't quite able to make the move on the bottom of the racetrack. Benny Gordon was able to use that more banking from the high side to get that advantage up off of turn number 4. Good battle for 3rd. Now Gresham has moved up to challenge the 20 of Eric Holmes.
Side by side for the 3rd position. Bumper to bumper for the lead. Benny Gordon out in front. Here comes Moffitt to the inside once again. Can he make the pass this time coming out of turn number 4?
He's able to hold that car down just a little bit more than he was able to the time before. That has him dead even going in 1.
70 laps of racing remaining from here in Iowa, and once again Moffitt out in front of the field. He has been the class of the field today.
Sure hasn't. Just able to clear Benny Gordon in the 66 car, but good pit strategy by Benny Gordon to get him up front.
Little wiggle there out of Brett Moffitt as he works his way through turn number 4. Benny Gordon now running in that 2nd spot. Max Gresham trying to take 3rd away from Eric Holmes.
Brett Moffitt able to open up a couple car lengths lead now over Benny Gordon.
Again, Benny Gordon had taken the lead because of 1 fewer pit stops than the rest of the field. That might be catching up to him now.
Max Gresham able to get that 3rd spot away from Eric Holmes in the 20 car. And you know Eric Holmes really needs something good to happen in that Napa team coming off a championship year. He's only had 1 top 10 finish this year in the 3 races that they've run.
Now Eddie McDonald looks to the inside of Greg Pursley. Again, Pursley points leader for the West. There's Eric Holmes on the outside.
That was the 10 of Ryan Blaney taking a shot at him as we got a great side-by-side battle again between Eddie McDonald and the 26 of Greg Pursley.
How unfortunate is this? Matt DiBenedetto has to serve a penalty. He comes onto pit road.
Well, that's going to probably put him at least 2 laps down now. So tough break for one of our very best cars here tonight.
NASCAR was saying over the radio they need him to come onto pit road. It will be a 1-lap penalty, so they'll hold him on pit road. It's not a stop and, well, it's not a stop and go. DiBenedetto thought it was, but he will be held for a lap. So Brett Moffitt continues to dominate here in Iowa. Stay with us. Welcome back to Iowa Speedway. Port B Inspired 175 for the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East and West. Brett Moffitt, Max Gresham has now taken over 2nd as we move forward in our broadcast.
Eddie McDonald now has moved up to the 3rd spot. There's the 66 of Benny Gordon. Benny's being shown right now in the 4th position.
After restarting this race as your leader, he has dropped back a couple spots. to that 4th spot. You see Travis Pastrana in the 99 just behind him.
That's the 22 of Jonathan Gomez, the 07 of Corey LaJoie.
Pastrana running in that 30th spot now, a lap down. Corey LaJoie also a lap down, will be battling for position with Gomez and Pastrana.
Remember, Corey had such a good car early on, had that penalty during our round of pit stops.
How about
that got
this?
him a lap down.
3 wide almost there as Corey LaJoie moves in front of Pastrana. Takes that 30th spot away from Travis.
Trying to get in position to maybe be the lucky dog in the event a caution would come out.
Trying to get that lap back. Brett Moffitt still holding on to the lead. You see Darrell Haar in the 71 behind him. He's 2 laps down now.
Brett is just dominating this race. Once Matt DiBenedetto had some problems, it doesn't look like anyone is able to match his speed.
Gresham running in the 2nd spot and the number 18, but quite a ways back now as we see Chad Boat in the 98 just in front.
Brandon Godovic in the 46.
At 37 of DJ Shaw.
A little bit different car for DJ. That's Jeff Spraker's car, the number 37. We're used to seeing DJ in the 60 car for his family-owned team.
A little loose there as he was coming out of turn number 4. Now we see Brett Moffitt working around these slower lap cars.
Brett's car able to run the high side or the low side.
He has really had that race car hooked up this entire race. As you mentioned earlier, Matt DiBenedetto was his really only competition throughout this race.
Anything can happen though in these races. You get a late caution flag, you get double foul restarts. You know, we've seen some guys like Greg Persley that started way back. Now he's made his way up into the top 10. He may have something for somebody like Brett Moffitt, or somebody else may emerge here
if a late caution were to come out. Again, this is a 175 lap race, just over 150 miles, the longest race either one of these series will run.
One of the few races that they actually have live pit stops, which we saw during that caution period.
Moffitt continuing to set a blistering pace here at Iowa Speedway, a beautiful facility.
Great crowd on hand too. I think they announced 18,000 people here for this race.
Always hungry for NASCAR racing here in the heartland. Pastrana trying to get by Ryan Gifford in the 02.
61 of Brett Thompson is that blue car right in front of this battle.
Ryan Gifford running in the 9th spot. Again, Pastrana back there in 31st.
Being shown 1 lap down. Brett Thompson all the way up to the top of the racetrack.
Yeah, what an interesting story for Travis Pastrana too. Ran the Phoenix East or the West race, then came to the East race at Richmond.
And back here for the combination race. But remember, made his stock car debut at the Showdown back in January. Had a great run, finished in the 6th spot in his first ever stock car race.
Trying to learn stock car racing. Brett Thompson in that 61 from Idaho. There you see Brett Moffitt once again way out in front. Again, 2nd place Max Gresham in the 18. A good 4 seconds back.
There's Chase Elliott. How about this 15-year-old battle right here?
Dylan Kwasniewski just behind Chase Elliott. 2 15-year-olds battling for position on the racetrack.
That's really just incredible. I mean, we've had 16-year-olds in this series. We've had 16-year-olds win. And it's only 1 more year, you know, 1 year less, but 15-year-olds out here doing battle at speeds upwards of 150 or 60 miles an hour.
You have to remember, neither of these drivers can drive on a normal road in the United States. They don't even have driver's license yet.
Chase obviously from Georgia, son of Bill Elliott. Dylan from Las Vegas.
Maybe trying to follow in the footsteps of the Busch brothers, who've had so much success coming out of Las Vegas and moving their careers up to the highest level in NASCAR.
We talked about Kyle Busch actually won this race here a few years ago. Oh, Dylan gets a little bit loose, but able to make the trouble right in front of him.
Right in front of him, and into the wall goes the 22 of Jonathan Gomez. So Gomez will bring out our 7th caution of the race.
Just got a little bit loose. That's the 15 of Matt DiBenedetto. I don't think there was any contact. It didn't look like it, but pretty hard contact with the inside wall, though.
And Gomez climbing out of that 22 as you see the flames coming out of the cowl right underneath the hood.
Probably knocked the fuel pump off the engine when he made contact with the inside wall.
So the safety crews immediately getting to Jonathan Gomez. He climbs out. We'll be right back.